Yes guys, hope everyone is all good and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So it's been quite a few months since I've done my last video, to be fair. I think it was like November, my last video. And I'll go through in this video exactly where I've been, exactly what I've been up to. And also, this is going to be the first video of a new series basically. So I'm going to go with the most generic name possible and call it the Level Up. And this is episode 1 of that. And basically what this series is going to be, it's basically going to be going through my life as a online coach and also as a part-time bodybuilder, if you want to say that, and show you exactly how I'm leveling up both of those areas of my life. So within coaching, obviously that's grown quite a lot over the last few months, going to take you through the process of exactly how I'm going to go from where I am now to where I want to be in the future. And then within bodybuilding, within physique development, whatever you want to call it, going to talk you through exactly what my goals are going forward and then exactly how I'm going to achieve those goals as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the intro to this done. What I want to do now is take you all the way back to prep last year, and that will give you a good idea as to where I've been now and how the last year has gone. So obviously I finished prep last year in May 2023. I ended up coming 4th at that show, and I think what that made me realise is you need to have something in place post-show to make sure you handle it correctly, because from a nutrition perspective, I managed things really well. Like I didn't really struggle too much with regards to binging or any kind of, let's say, eating disorder post-prep. I was absolutely fine and I could manage that really well. But when it came to training, I completely lost my enjoyment for that. And I think the reason for that is that I had this big goal in mind for the last couple of years that I wanted to get on stage and display my physique in a competition. And after that, I didn't really have any goals going forward. I had no goals set in mind which I was aiming for. And therefore, that kind of took the enjoyment of training away from me. So that's the main thing I struggle with post-show. And obviously when I wasn't enjoying my training, I wasn't getting the most out of it. To absolutely maximise your progress, you've got to enjoy your training. It's as simple as that. Even if you're going to the gym every day and being consistent like I was doing, I still wasn't putting everything into every set. I still wasn't putting everything into every session, and therefore I wasn't getting the most out of it and not really making much progress whatsoever. And then on top of that, because I didn't enjoy my training, I didn't really want to film it at the same time. So the last thing I wanted to do was go into the gym, set up my camera and film a YouTube video and try and like fake a personality on camera, because I just wasn't enjoying it at all. And if I did post that, it would have been the worst content you'd ever seen. So good thing I didn't post that. But I think that's what I struggle with the most post-show, enjoyment of training and trying to find, let's say, some new goals to aim towards in the future. And also what the post-show phase made me realise was that I'm not really meant to be a bodybuilder. Yes, I loved the process of prep. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed getting on stage and being on stage and showing what I'd worked for. But at the same time, it isn't my priority. My priority is coaching. I absolutely love coaching more than anything. And that's what I want to be at the forefront of my everyday life. Training for me is just a way to feel healthy, feel good with myself, make myself feel happier, and also be more confident in my physique. Training for me isn't to basically step on stage, and that's what I need to really shift my focus on going forward. So I'm not really looking to step on stage anytime soon. I will do in the future, one day. I know I'm going to be in the men's categories next time around, and therefore probably going to need a lot more muscle mass. So I'm thinking towards like 2027, 2028 for the next time I step on stage. And the main focus right now is enjoying my training, trying to lead from the front still. So I'm still training bodybuilding. I haven't gone to functional. Still doing exactly what I expect my clients to do, but at the same time, really focusing on enjoying it. Really not putting too much pressure on myself as well with regards to training. Just doing what I enjoy, getting into the sessions, trying to progress, trying to build more muscle, but at the same time not putting the pressure on that I did do in the past basically, and put more of a focus onto my coaching long term. And that also leads nicely onto the coaching side of things. So obviously after my prep, I was heavily focused on my clients' prep. So I had Chris compete in July, and then I had Lawrence compete in early September, Leo compete in mid-September, and then also Lawrence and Leo compete at finals in October. So that was the main focus for me after my prep. And to be fair, that took a lot of my energy and effort throughout the whole of last year. And with that, obviously the show season kind of came to an end in October with the British finals. And with the expectations and standards that I set for myself, I'm quite a perfectionist. And with that finals, even though in my first year of coaching, I had a client who came second at the British finals in a really stacked class, I was still so disappointed in myself and felt kind of let down about the whole situation. Not the fact that I could have brought in Leo or Lawrence any better to the stage, but I felt like I hadn't done good enough, even though that just wasn't the case. And that kind of perfectionist mindset put me in a little bit of a bad spot after their shows as well, because I already had like post-show blues for my shows, and then for Lawrence and Leo's show as well, I had like double post-show blues. So it was quite a difficult time for me, to be fair. I moved back home from Sheffield after that as well. I'd recently gone full-time online with coaching, So I had basically grown my business to a point where I didn't need the gym or personal training to support my income. I could live off just solely coaching. And that, while it was great, put a lot of pressure on me on a daily basis to grow as quickly as physically possible. And in my opinion, it's probably not the best outlook on coaching to have, by trying to grow as quick as you possibly can. The most, let's say, sustainable and efficient way of growing is slow growth, where gradually over time you gain more and more clients, you gain more and more experience, you get better and better results. That's the most organic and sustainable growth over the long term. That's kind of what I've realized over the last few months. So yeah, that kind of period post show gave me a lot of time to think about what I want to get out of this in the future and exactly where I want to be in the years down the line. So what I've kind of realized over the last couple of months is, yes, while I do want to coach people to stage, I don't want to be a prep coach. I don't want to solely be a prep coach. I understand that to bring someone in at their absolute best for their show, it requires a lot of attention, and it's also quite draining at the same time, dealing with the emotions of an individual going through a prep. So I want to kind of cap that at like 5 to 10 clients every year. And then the majority of my client base will solely be from lifestyle clients, people who aren't looking to step on stage, people who aren't looking to 100% maximize everything, who are just looking to get healthier, get in the best shape of their life. Because at the end of the day, I want to help as many people as possible. And in my opinion, the best way to do that is have a balance between competitors and lifestyle clients, where the vast majority of my clients are coming from lifestyle based. So yeah, that's what I've kind of realized over the last few months. And I now understand what I want to do with my coaching going forward. I've currently got Harry on prep now, who is 10 weeks out from his first show. So he's doing really well, really invested into his process as well. And at the same time, all of my other clients are making the exact progress I want to see them make so far this year. So that's a bit of an update on coaching and also on where I'm at. In terms of my current training and nutrition, let's say, what I've done in the last few weeks is enter a deficit for summer. So I think at my heaviest, my weight was around 22 pounds above stage. So that doesn't seem like much, but for me, someone who naturally sits at a lower body fat set point, I was basically 22 pounds above stage when I started my diet. I'm now 6 pounds down from there. We'll probably pull off another 6 to 8 pounds to set myself up for like a long-term gaining phase going forward after summer. I want to be in a really sensitive position to food at the end of this diet and then hold that over summer before going into a long-term gaining phase afterwards. So I'll go into that in a bit more detail in future videos. But plans for this YouTube channel, I'm going to try and get 2 videos up per week. I want to have a mixture of like lifestyle videos and educational videos. So I'm going to have this series here as like a bit of a, let's say, view into my life, so coaching, training, nutrition, etc. And then also alongside that, do an educational series where I'm pretty much going to go through every single talking point within physique development and simplify it for everyone, which I think is something that isn't done very well in this industry. So that's going to be another series coming out. Hopefully as well, I can get a few podcasts going, either with Lawrence or solo podcasts as well. And yeah, hopefully you guys can join the journey with me. So that is the first video back, the Level Up episode 1. Can't believe I've called it that, but it is what it is. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the return to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next video.